All right, so let's move on to our last thing here.
All right.
Talking about guilty pleasures. Our top 5 guilty pleasures.
All right.
Now, we kind of limited this to certain subjects, which is games, TV, movies, and music, because we didn't want to get too crazy with it.
Like our last discussion.
Oh, this is great. Anyway, so let's you go ahead and do your number 5.
All right, my number 5. If you can remember, a few Gen Cons ago, they did an 80s music night, and I had the time of my life. So, my guilty pleasure.
Can I add in the...
Yeah, so, all right, yeah, all right. I don't think they played that, but hey, whatever. If I would have, I would hope someone would have hoisted me up above their head.
I promise I'm better at singing than that.
Yeah, but, dude, just generic 80s pop music. I absolutely adore it. A lot of people roll their eyes at it and don't care, unless they grew up, I guess, in the same age of me. But I know a lot of people anymore hear it and laugh, and it's almost like an ongoing joke a lot of times. But
this is like a inception of a list. But what's your like at least top 3 80s songs?
Oh wow,
on the spot.
Oh dude, don't you forget about me. Would probably be number 1. I mean, it was tied in with Breakfast Club. It's just a good song anyways. That song comes on, I get pumped. Wow. This is probably too much on the spot to even really think of.
What about the final countdown?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, though. That was more like hair rock. I'm talking about the more electronic, like Talking Heads. I love Talking Heads. Like that.
I'm probably the least educated person on this subject because I don't really listen to a lot of radio.
Yeah.
And so like I had to have like listened to the CD and things like that. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the songs that I know that are like the 80s and 90s and stuff,
right,
or like early 90s, it's because of the chorus.
Yeah.
You know, because they plaster it in like commercials and things like that.
Right.
But when the song comes on the radio, I'm like, who's this?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I remember probably around 97, 99, we had an 80s station here. And this is when I was going to hardcore shows, listening to all these like hardcore, bands and stuff. And everyone was like, oh, you got, I don't know, Hatebreed or whatever in your CD. I'm like, no, I like listening to 103.9 because it's the 80s and I like this stuff. So
Hatebreed is an angry mancore band.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, not to say I didn't enjoy that stuff, but
for those who didn't know.
Yeah. And it was like me and one other guy out of our group. That is what we listened to. And we joked about how everyone else kind of laughed at us about it. But that's my guilty pleasure, I guess. Old 80s pop music.
Fair enough.
Love it.
My number 5 is a specific movie.
Okay.
This is great. Bring It On.
Okay.
It's a cheerleading movie about basically cheer competitions and stuff like that.
Right.
For some odd reason, I kid you not, like I actually watched it and I thought it was a good movie.
It's good.
It is a good movie.
It's good.
And like it was the first movie that I took a DVD and I ripped it on my laptop. And so I had it on my laptop forever. And so I would take it places and be like, oh man, I'm bored, or if I go on vacation or something like that. And
right.
like for some reason back then they didn't have TVs or DVD players and things like that. So It's like, well, what'd I do? I just watched Bring It On. I probably watched that movie like 12, 15 times or something.
Interesting.
And it's just, it's really odd. I mean, this has been a while because I mean, the movie's been out for late 90s or something.
Yeah, I'd say
probably. I don't remember now, but anyway,
I know it was at least out by 98.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's cheerleaders and any kind of, fetish type things or whatever. I'm going to put that out there.
Well, you did like Buffy. It did have Elijah Dushku in it.
Oh, so. It did. It did have Elijah Dushku.
That's your link.
There we go. It's like 3 degrees.
It's legit.
Kevin Dushku.
Yeah.
What's your number 4?
My number 4. I'll start it off with just saying, and this is something I remember being in like middle school and taking music class, and they made us watch musicals all the time. You don't find a lot of people like musicals, and whenever, I don't know, it's a lot of the goofier ones. Like, I will watch some Little Shop of Horrors anytime it comes, which it doesn't come on TV at all. I got to bust that DVD out, but I love Little Shop of Horrors, and there's other ones like, and I specifically bring this up, probably the newest one I can relate it to is probably Pitch Perfect. I don't know that.
That Pitch Perfect's good.
No,
though.
Pitch Perfect is good, but it's kind of like I catch myself watching. It's like, I don't know. Should I enjoy this really? I mean,
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be saying Magic Mike.
Speaking of, you know what song they do in the sing off in that?
What's that?
Don't You Forget About Me.
Oh. This is all linked.
Yes.
He's gonna have a Kevin Bacon list here.
Yep. Yeah. So maybe that's why I like it so much. But just musicals in general. I mean, Fiddler on the Roof.
I really like musicals. I mean, I can't name any of them.
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at this.
They're a good time. Look, we threw it together pretty quick, but I don't know. Most of the time you tell someone you like musicals, and this is why I put it on here. You tell someone you like musicals and you kind of get an eye roll.
They're
or
you like Cats?
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe I do. I've never seen Cats.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I haven't seen it.
I like felines.
Yeah. But, it could be good.
Yeah.
That dude's done some other good ones, so why couldn't that one be?
I guess that's more Broadway.
Yeah, that's more
but
Broadway.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number 4 is Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh my Lord.
Yes, man. I used to be boss at this game. Seriously, I would straight up ruin pads. I mean, I was great. It was funny because here's the weirdest
This
thing.
is the arcade version? Like
any version.
Okay.
I mean, really, they're kind of the same. It's either a flimsy pad, which registered 99% of your hits.
Right.
Until you used it for a while, then it's like, oh, it keeps missing. I got to hit that one spot.
What system was this on?
Well, I primarily did play it in the arcade, or I played on PS1 and PS2.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
PlayStation.
All right.
So let's just talk about the arcade, though, because that is the biggest one I played it on. And my friends I used to go up to the arcade with, we would literally play this hours at a time. And I was terrible at it.
Right.
Right. So I'd play it on easy and medium. I literally had to put it on the hardest difficulty before I was good. And what I mean by that is hardest difficulty, and I'd see a song, I'd fill the song once, I'd play it again, and I would almost master it. I literally, if I was going too slow, I was terrible. But if I was going crazy fast, I was fine.
Right.
Maybe it's because I play like metal. It's like, what's the slow stuff?
Yeah.
Give me some.
Right.
Anyway, double bass. But I don't know. It's just a really fun game. I really enjoyed it.
Going off that, whenever we got our Xbox for our kids and we got Connect and whatever that dance game was for that, I can't remember what it was called.
Just Dance?
It might have been.
I think so.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so fun.
It's an exercise too.
Oh, it's definitely an exercise. But I mean, it's like, again, you're sitting there like, you're doing all these like weird, a lot of times girly looking moves. And it's like, I don't care. I'm having fun.
Yeah, like spirit fingers and stuff.
I don't care. I'm jamming out to this Lady Gaga song and I'm killing the score.
Yeah. It's funny because at Gen Con, they have that big room where they have like, they'll have like 50 people sitting there doing the same dance that the person up front's doing.
Yeah.
So,
I remember walking by and watching that. It was like, this is actually that's actually when I first kind of found out about that game. And
at Gen Con?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like physically seeing it being played.
Yeah.
It was like, this is kind of neat. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
They're fun. I think the Dance Dance Revolution games are a little bit more mechanical because you're not really dancing. You're just stomping your feet in a pattern.
Oh, okay.
But those Just Dance games and stuff like that, they are a little bit more freeform. I mean, you are doing the moves and the camera's seeing what you're doing and comparing you to the model stuff.
Right.
So those are probably a little bit more challenging in that aspect. For like anybody could probably play Dance Dance Revolution and do okay.
Right.
Because you're really just stomping around. You can look like an idiot and stomp and you're fine.
Right.
But you look like an idiot when you're playing Just Dance, and you're probably messing up a lot.
So I guess it's in essence, like I said, I don't think I ever played this, but like Parappa the Rapper, just with your feet.
Kick, punch,
Yeah.
it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find that the things I teach you are sure to
Oh, wow.
teach you.
Well, you probably knew more of that than you should have. That's all right. Is that your number 4 or 3? I mean,
I should have put that on here.
Yeah.
My number 3, though. Yeah, we're on number 3?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Who did number 4?
I did.
What was yours?
Mine was musicals.
I'm here. Oh, I just did Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
You do your number 3.
All right, do my number 3.
We are by far. We have it together. Go ahead.
We do. Mine is this is another game that this is a game and you tell someone you play it, and unless they are a 9-year-old kid, they look at you and completely give you the eye roll and like, that is the most boring game. I couldn't last but 10 minutes in it. I love me some Minecraft.
You and millions of other people.
I know, but they're 9. I don't know that a 37-year-old man should be loving some Minecraft the way he does.
Oh, man.
But
Matt, do you still play with Legos?
No.
Would you if you had them?
I always had fun helping my son put his sets together, but I would let him read the manual and do it himself. But I would like get the bags out and organize it for him and
just ask
stuff like that. No, I don't. Nah.
So, what's your biggest draw to Minecraft though? Because I know it's kind of like I played it and it's changed dramatically because I was playing it back like literally when it was like.
Okay, did they have Redstone yet?
Well, I don't know what that is.
Where you could like actually make circuits and make stuff move and
no.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like I'm talking like beta.
Yeah, so it was probably super basic when you were playing it.
Right.
I think the biggest thing I get out of is just building something and being able to like back up and look at it. I was like, wow, that's pretty neat, but I just wasted like 4 days of my life. But hey, whatever. No, seriously though, playing it, it did give me something to do with my kids. It was a lot of fun to hang out in the same world and play. But I just found myself liking it probably more than I should have. And there was no reason for me when the kids weren't playing it with me to stay up all night on a Friday and Saturday and try and build my cave and make it cool looking.
I mean, building stuff and making it look cool is great because in RPGs, you do that all the time with like your city or your ship and things like that. So I get it. I mean, there's a huge draw to building something and seeing the outcome. I just feel like those games have, usually some more uses to what you're building.
Right.
Like I'm building this thing and that gives me plus 10 to my whatever stat. So,
yeah,
and it looks cool.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yep, that looks good.
That's cool.
It's pixels.
Yeah, I got a place for my cows now.
My number 3 is a board game.
Okay.
Yahtzee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I feel like, it's funny because we should have prefaced this whole list, but the thing is, like some of these guilty pleasures, we're not really considering guilty pleasures as in like everybody hates them, but you.
Right.
Some of this is like you wouldn't typically think that me or Tim or Matt would be into this.
Right.
Almost not even if you know us.
Right.
Like that. I've known you for a while, and I wouldn't have guessed any of that.
Okay.
So, but with Yahtzee, like, this is probably the more safe one on my list, and it probably should have been number 5 if I would have thought about it harder. But
right.
I feel like Yahtzee is great. Like, I love Yahtzee. I love rolling the dice and stuff like that. And, I just like the mechanism. And, I mean, obviously other people do because you see it in all kinds of games.
No, yeah, it gets used a lot. But, I mean, going back to what you said, I wouldn't have looked at you and looked around at all these games and said, Tim really likes Yahtzee.
Yeah. Now, I'll probably apply this a little bit more to Phase 10 dice. And I know for those of you who know Tom Vassell, he's probably cringing at this right now because he doesn't like Phase 10. But the dice game plays more like Yahtzee. It's just a little bit different.
Right.
And I really like the mechanism of it. I really like to roll. And it's super simple and it's fast. And I like all the variations of the Yahtzee games. I have a couple of them. But you're right. I don't have a ton of them, and I don't talk about it a whole lot. But for my brother-in-law's graduation, I got some really big inflatable Yahtzee dice.
Right.
And we played dice out in the front yard, just throwing them up in the air. It took forever.
Yeah, well, we had 10 people playing too, I think.
I think we had 13, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a lot of people. But I mean, I really enjoy it. It's a fun little game.
If the cock or the dice is cocked, it's facing towards the house.
Yeah, because if I cut my grass a little bit more at that time, I cut it all the time now because it's winter, or not winter, but I mean, it just started growing back. The dice would land and be like literally like pointing like a top. And everybody's like, all right, if it's cocked, whatever side's facing the house is the one you use.
Yes.
And people just gave me a bunch of crap on it.
I trolled you quite a bit on it,
Yeah,
so
you did.
that's all right. All right, what are we on to?
Your 3?
My 3 was Minecraft, and you
Man,
just
I
did
am
Yahtzee.
on it. Do your number 2.
Yeah, number 2. All right, this is a movie, and this is one of the movies. Let me tell you something. There's movies that when I come across them, everybody's got those movies. If I'm scrolling through and I see Casino, I don't care what point it is, I'm stopping, I'm watching. If it's Shawshank Redemption, Italian Job, there's just a ton of movies, any kind of Lord of the Rings, whatever.
Classics.
Yeah, the classics. So there's these movies that if I'm flipping through and I catch it, I'm stopping what I'm doing and I'm watching this movie. Unfortunately, I don't think a movie about a bunch of teenage girls in high school and being kind of mean to each other should be.
Mean Girls?
Yes.
Like Lindsay Lohan?
I love Mean Girls.
I mean, I think it did rather well.
No, dude, look, it's a good movie, but again, I sit there and it's like I catch myself watching it probably a little bit more than I should. But I mean, it's my wife, it became a joke with the wife, like, oh, Mean Girls is on again, huh? Oh, okay.
Keep going.
But I was just, that's about it. I mean, I don't know what else I can say about
it. Is certified fresh at 83% on the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes.
At what percent?
83%.
Really? See,
I literally the audience score is 66%. Anything above 60, I think, is fresh.
Right.
And anything above like 80 or 75, or I don't know, is like certified fresh.
Right.
But I mean, that actually, that's a lot higher than I thought it would be. Let's go back to Bring It On. This is a great podcasting,
yeah,
because y'all can totally see it. I typed a B, and the first result was Bring It On.
Oh, there you go.
All right, in 2000, yeah, and it had Kristen Dunst.
Yeah, no, I could have told you that.
63%.
I guess I was wrong. I said it.
Your movie's way cooler than the one.
Wow. See, I said it came out. Awesome. I said it came out in probably like before 98, but I guess there was a party I was at, and this dude, it was funny. He brought out a board game. It was called Sassy. It was a girl night kind of game. But I was like, okay, I'm game, I'll play. And I had to do like one of my high school cheers, and I started doing the Burr, It's Cold in Here cheer from Bring It On. It was a pretty big hit. So I mean, it was funny, and it got everybody laughing. It was a good time. But and obviously that wasn't a high school cheer that we had. I just couldn't think of any of them. But
probably because you weren't a cheerleader, or I mean, how many sporting events did you actually?
I actually used to like going to pep rallies and going to football games and stuff. But not saying
too many of them because I was in band.
Yeah, well, and not saying that I paid attention to what the cheers were and like actually going along with what they were cheering. But I mean, whatever. Burr, It's Cold in Here worked for me at the moment. So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so Mean Girls, and not because I'm pervy. Yeah. It's just, look, Tina Fey, it's awesome. It's just written really well.
I'm totally going to use the, because I'm not pervy on my next one, on my number 2. My number 2 guilty pleasure is Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Grande, sorry. And specifically because she can actually sing really well.
No, the girl's talented.
She is super talented.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought she was like really cute on whatever the TV show she was on. Sam and Cat,
yes,
something like that. Like just the silly attitude she has. It just kind of reminds me of, me and my wife just be silly sometimes, and it's like very similar to that. And she is super talented. Like her songs are actually really good.
I disagree with that, but
well, not all of them. I mean, some of them though.
I don't think I've liked one by her.
Whoa, have you seen Focus?
Is that her? Oh, I take that she's got a new one out at the moment that I've heard that I like, but it sounds like she got a new producer because it sounds nothing like her old stuff. But I don't know what you're talking about, what Focus is.
Well, we'll play it after the show. But it's just a really good. The thing is, I think she's like some of her songs are kind of but it doesn't matter because listening to her voice, she has a great range. And I'm not talking personality. Like, let's take away her celebrityism to this.
Right.
And straight talk about talent. That's what I like about it.
No, yeah. I can remember she was on Jimmy Kimmel, and they were doing this, like, goofy...
the improv singing thing?
Well, it wasn't improv. They were singing rap songs, I believe.
Oh, okay.
He was, like, playing piano, or it might have been Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. Whatever. But...
YouTube it.
Yeah, one of those things. And she's sitting on the piano... I'm pretty sure sitting on it, but singing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And dude, it was like, this girl's for real. I mean, she's
Didn't she sing Baby Got Back or something?
It might have been. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think she was like singing rap songs, but when I heard her start singing, it was like, this ain't studio, man. This girl she's got some pipes on her. It was pretty impressive. So, and
she's got like the range, and she's got the vibrato and all that stuff down. I mean, if you want to sing, this is a good. Whoever taught her
And she does pretty good at impersonating.
She does have some good impersonations.
I don't know if you saw the Saturday Night Live she was on where she was doing all the impersonations.
That was recently?
Yeah, pretty recent. Right?
I haven't seen that, but I have seen her impersonations online.
Yeah, and that one was pretty good. So she made fun of Rihanna's work. And that was gold.
If we have a top 5 terrible songs, that would be all 5 of them.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole list.
Work. All right, show me your number one.
Oh, my number 1. Okay. This is somewhat inspired by my daughter. I'll say.
Oh, man. Can I guess it?
Go ahead.
Brodies!
No!
Oh!
No.
That is a huge red line on our podcast here.
Yeah, sorry. No, not bronies. But that reference being she likes My Little Pony, and I don't mind watching it with her, but that's not a guilty pleasure, so to say. And I get that this person is popular amongst a lot of people, but again, I find myself liking Taylor Swift probably a little bit more than I should.
Let's just say this. I have not seen Ariana Grande in concert.
Yeah.
And you see Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I probably paid a little bit more than I should have for tickets, but it was for my daughter. Kinda.
If she was sick, I'd still go.
Yeah.
I would have told her about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, and I'm talking about even back when she was probably a country star and stuff. There's just something that I was really drawn to this girl by. Now I will say her more popular stuff I got more into, like the last 2 albums is really turned it on for me liking her. It does cause some ridicule from guys at work, but I mean, most of the time it's followed up, but whatever, she is hot, but that's not it. That's not the thing. I'm into her music probably a little bit more than I feel I should. I don't know. There's probably not a lot of bands.
I mean, considering the fact that if you told people we did our top 3 bands or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you saw your music collection, you wouldn't expect Taylor Swift to be in there.
But exactly. And if you saw us performing, you wouldn't see a guy like screaming words comprehensible. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. That you couldn't make out, whatever. Cookie Monster growl, whatever you want to classify it as. Don't judge me, bro. But you wouldn't look at me doing that and go, this guy's probably got Taylor Swift CD in his car and he don't mind jamming to it. So
yeah. Well, yeah. I'll end this episode with one of our songs. I should do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 1 is a TV series. Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. I was like, whatever. My wife really likes it. She wanted it, so I got it for Christmas one year.
Right.
And I was like, that's cool. So I started watching it with her. It was something we wanted to do or whatever. And I don't mind watching stuff because honestly, I have 2 ratings. I was not entertained and I was entertained.
Yeah.
I am literally the gladiator of movies.
Right.
And I feel like Gilmore Girls, like, other than the fact that it was slightly repetitive, like, I felt like there was always drama happening all the time.
Right.
Which makes sense because it's a chick flick thing, whatever. At least it's not as bad as Nashville. Anyway.
Oh, God. Nikki watches it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really liked it. I liked everything that was going on. I felt like the characters were really cool, and they had some realistic situations that went on and stuff. And it was kind of like life,
right?
And I just thought it was a good or a good TV show. I bought the whole complete season thing, and I'm looking forward to. I think Netflix has a 4-episode reunion.
Yeah, they're doing a reunion.
Yeah,
that Melissa McCarthy will not be involved with, but hey, whatever.
Is that Snooki or Snooki or whatever? Yeah. Whatever. I'm a fan.
That's her. Yeah, you're right. That
I wonder
character.
why isn't she?
I don't know.
Doesn't want to do it.
It was a big deal. Like,
she's probably too busy doing terrible movies.
That would probably be it. But the only reason I knew about it because I remember seeing an article, and I wouldn't even known about the reunion except for it said that she wasn't going to do it. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I think they signed everyone else on.
Yeah, right.
Like everyone.
Right.
Like even like sub characters that showed up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like they're on there.
You're right.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. She probably just didn't want to do it because maybe she didn't like. She was pretty stereotypically silly in the movie,
right,
or in the TV series. Like she just wasn't that smart of a character, I guess, or she always did something that was like, seriously,
right.
So I don't know. Maybe she didn't like the typecasting that she may have gotten from that, but whatever. Anyway, Gilmore Girls is my number one.
Hey, I ain't gonna hate. Well, I am a little, but
I'll see how it is.
Like I said, Nikki watched it. It's just not something I wasn't going to sit down and watch with her.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
couldn't get into it. Rory was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about it.